welcome to my channel. My name is Venus, and today I want to talk about all of the fantasy series that I want to prioritize for 2024 that are on my physical TBR. I have been putting off a lot of these for some time. I know I'm going to love them all. It's just the time commitment because some of these are pretty long, but I know that 2024 is going to be a fantasy year for me. So I wanted to make this list so that I held myself accountable and I have something to look back on in 2025, and hopefully I feel very accomplished. I am going to start with least priority to top priority. I still want to read all of them, but some of them I feel like are I must read them in 2024. So let's get started with lowest priority series first. First up is Infernal Devices by Cassandra Clare. This is a prequel to Mortal Instruments, which I absolutely loved. I've read that series like 3 times. It's about demon hunters. There's vampires in it. I think that it's been a while. There's werewolves, I think. All kinds of paranormal creatures. There was a weird love triangle as well, but I still ate that series up. Obviously, I've read it 3 times. And for whatever reason, I keep putting off the prequel. I know I'm going to love it. It takes place in Victorian England. And I love Cassandra Clare's writing. I am hoping I get to this. It's low priority just because it's been on my TBR. It's been on my shelves for years at this point, but I've got some other series I want to read a lot more than this, but I am still hoping that I get to this in 2024. Next up is the Shades of Magic series by V.E. Schwab. This is newer to my physical TBR, so that's why it's a little lower priority. Hasn't spent much time on my bookshelves, but I've heard nothing but wonderful things about this. All I know is this is about parallel Londons. Let's see. Cal is one of the last Antari magicians with a rare, coveted ability to travel between parallel Londons. Red, gray, white, and once upon a time, black. Cal was raised in Arnez, Red London, I think that's how you say that, and officially serves the Maresh Empire as an ambassador, traveling between the frequent bloody regime changes in White London and the court of George III and the dullest of Londons, the one without any magic left to see. Unofficially, Kel is a smuggler, servicing people willing to pay for even the smallest glimpses of a world they'll never see. It's a defiant hobby with dangerous consequences, which Kel is now seeing firsthand. After an exchange goes awry, Kel escapes to Grey London and runs into Delilah Bard, a cut purse with lofty aspirations. She first robs him, then saves him from a deadly enemy, and finally forces Kel to spirit her to another world for a proper adventure. Now, perilous magic is afoot and treachery lurks at every turn. To save all the worlds, they'll first need to stay alive. Sounds wonderful. I'm sure I'm going to love it. Let me know after I'm finished if you would move any of these on the lower side of my priority up to absolutely must-reads for 2024. I would love to hear your opinions. Next is The Right Area Revelations by Michael J. Sullivan. I, again, know I'm going to love this. This has a bromance in it from what I understand. I love and humor, which I love in my fantasy books. And I think, I'm not even going to try to remember what this is about. We're just going to read the back. Royce Melbourne, a skilled thief, and his mercenary partner, Hadrian Blackwater, make a profitable living carrying out dangerous assignments for conspiring nobles until they are hired to pilfer a famed sword. What appears to be just a simple job finds them framed for the murder of the king and trapped in a conspiracy that uncovers a plot far greater than the mere overthrow of a tiny kingdom. Can a self-serving thief and an idealistic swordsman survive long enough to unravel the first part of an ancient mystery that has toppled kings and destroyed empires? And so begins a tale of treachery and adventure, sword fighting and magic, myth and legend. That sounds perfect to me. I can't wait to read these. They all sound so good. It's just time, and they're long. So this is volume 1. They're split up in books. I think this one has books 1 and 2, and then there are 2 more, Rise of Empire and Heir of Novrin. So I know they're all pretty long. I feel like I've had this on my TBR for I'm sure you guys have seen this if you've been watching my channel a while. It's been on my TBR for quite a while. Let's make 2024 be the year of fantasy for me. I'm hoping I get to this. Moving on up is The Faithful and the Fallen by John Gwynne. I did read Malice, I think 2 years ago. I tried to do a reread last year. It just wasn't in the mood for high fantasy, and I didn't make it through. So I'm hoping to get to this again in 2024. I loved Malice. It has giants in it. There's magic. It's a chosen one trope, and I love John Gwyn's writing. It's so immersive. I love multiple POVs, and I actually really enjoyed all of the POVs in this. I hear there are more in the rest of the series, which is fine with me. So again, hoping to get this is higher priority for me. So really pretty sure I'm going to get to this in 2024, but yep, so Faithful and the Fallen by John Gwyn. The next three, my top three, are must-reads for 2024. So I'm really hoping that when I look back on this in 2025, I have read these series. Of course, two of them are very long, so we'll see. But the next one is the Live Ship Trader series by Robin Hobb. I loved the Farseer trilogy. I can't wait to get back into the realm of the Elderling. I don't know much about this series other than I believe there's sentient ships in this, and I think there's really, really bad villain in this also. And in true Robin Hobb style, she makes you grieve quite a lot over her characters. So I don't know. That's all I need to know. Like I said, I absolutely adore her writing. It is so good. But her books are very long. So, but this is top three priority for me in 2024. If you've been watching my channel for a while, can you guess the top two? I'll give you a couple seconds. This one should be priority number one, but there is another series that is going to trump this one, but I know I'm going to read this series soon, and it is The Age of Madness by Joe Abercrombie. I recently finished all of the standalones, so I'm definitely ready to get into this second trilogy that is set in the First Law world. I know nothing about this series. It doesn't matter because I love Joe Abercrombie's writing so much. I think this has more machinery in it. I literally have no idea. Yeah, the age of the machine dawns, but the age of magic refuses to die. Oh, I can't wait to read this. Cannot wait. This is grimdark fantasy, and he does it so well. So I'm hoping it makes me laugh like all of his other books because his character work is phenomenal. My top priority fantasy series of 2024 is, oh my gosh, Stormlight Archive series by Brandon Sanderson. These are freaking heavy. We're just gonna hold up one. First one is The Way of Kings. This series has been on my TBR for quite a while. It is one of the most intimidating series to me just because of the length. I know I'm gonna love it. I love Brandon Sanderson's writing. I just haven't been ready to make the commitment to jump into these books. They are massive. I could barely hold all four of them. This one is 969 pages. I know absolutely nothing about this series other than, yeah, I don't even know. I don't know what this is about. I've seen other people talk about it, about how much they love it, how amazing it is, how the characters are great, but I feel like I've never really understood what the actual plot is, which is totally fine because I know that I'm going to love these. I know that I'm going to love these. I just have to get started. So the goal is to start in February. I will be out for a few weeks recovering from surgery, so I feel like this is going to be the perfect time for me to jump into a long fantasy series. No, I'm not going to finish all of it while I'm out, but I want to at least get it started. So this is the top priority for me in 2024. Let me know down below what are your top priority fantasy series, or if they're not fantasy, any series that you want to make sure that you finish in 2024. I don't only want to start these, I actually want to finish them. It's a lot. I have no idea if I will be able to accomplish it, but I am hoping. You have to set goals, right? You got to set some like challenging goals for yourself. So we will see. As always, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I will see you again next time. See ya.